So can you explain to us exactly what is the Student Senate position? What is really going on? Because from an outsider's perspective, they might not have any idea what's really going on.
Yeah, so there's been a lot that's transpired between Kansas Athletics and Student Senate, but I do think there have been quite a few misconceptions that maybe the student body might have accidentally picked up on. And the first one that I really want to emphasize is that the tensions between athletics and Student Senate have been quite civil. This isn't something where there's open threats or anything like that. We've been coming to the table to sort of discuss how best we want the relationship between athletics and Student Senate to move forward. And this is all in the context of our fee review process. So when I talk about what Student Senate does, which I sort of skipped out on a little bit earlier, Student Senate controls a budget of about $23 million that we set every single year. And that process takes anywhere from 50 to 70 hours, depending on how much debate there is. And that really starts in November. So this is something that we've been working on all the way since, really 2018. And somewhere along the way, it was brought to our attention that, the senators who ultimately decide how they want the allocations to be spent felt that this $7 fee could be, better served elsewhere, allocated to better services. In the context of a budget cut where, the university is facing a $20 million cut, we really have had to think critically about what services we as students want to see and want to see continue to thrive. Mm-hmm. And so what that looked like was we found that it was essential to increase mental health resources. So we gave CAPS roughly a $5 increase. CAPS is our counseling and psychological services on our campus. We also increased funding for suicide prevention measures on our campus. For the first time ever, we gave the Sexual Assault Prevention and Education Center a fee to help with programming and undergraduate and graduate student support. So, you look at all of these things and it could be taken out of context wherein it might look like, Student Senate is just going out of our way to take back some of our funding that we gave to athletics. But when you really zoom out and see what the purpose of all that was and recognize all of the time that went into this, all of the debate that took place, you see that it's much more civil than, than some of the newspapers might have made it out to look or whatever. But yeah.
Okay, so they overturned your veto when you asked for more time to review it. Sorry about that, but
it's okay. I'm not mad.
So now it goes to Chancellor Girard's desk. Am I right? So
That's
what
correct.
do you think he's going to do when it reaches his desk?
If I knew, I would probably tell you, but I don't. I have been in conversations with him about this because I anticipated this would be something that he would have to debate. So just so everyone's aware, the Chancellor does have the opportunity to override. It's basically the only chance that the administration gets to have a say in where the students spend this $23 million is really either when it gets to his desk or when it gets to the Board of Regents' desk. And I would hope that he would recognize, like I said earlier, the amount of time we've spent looking into this, the reality that this isn't just us taking money back, it's us funding very critical services on our campus that, realistically have been very underserved and that provide such critical support for our students, in some cases that are even keeping our students alive. And so it's really a tough situation for everyone, so I don't envy him in this decision he has to make, just like I didn't envy the senators in theirs. But, the senators made their decision and I'm going to support it, and I hope that, the Chancellor will as well.